The 12 Tambo Memorial Hospital nurses who died in the Boksburg gas explosion in December 2022 are being honoured today. Nursing union DENOSA leads the day of remembrance at the hospital. The 12 healthcare workers were among 41 people killed when that liquid petroleum tanker exploded after getting stuck under a railway bridge. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala is there and joins us now. Nqobile, it was touching earlier, just hearing some of the colleagues of those fallen colleagues just share their recollections, and I imagine that family members as well form part of this honouring ceremony today. Tell us more.
Yes, Iman, in fact, they're still waiting for the family members to arrive, but we do know that it becomes very important, especially for those that got to see it. And in fact, we do have also another nurse that was there on the day, as we've spoken to some that were, and it was just a difficult day for them. And you can see that there's still a lot of emotion behind the day in terms of just how difficult it was for them to see their loved ones and the people that worked with pass away. But of course, because today they're remembering them, they're also celebrating the kind of work that they have done. And of course, the MEC of Health is here as well to remember that day. And I can imagine it was a difficult one, MEC, and this is why it's important to remember this day.
It has been a difficult year, even because it started in 2022 December. And we are here now, but almost every day when I come here to the hospital, the colleagues always tell me that they have not forgot that. And I know that it's not easy to forget something like that, because even us, when we pass by this hospital, you know that we have lost some of our brave leaders that have been working with us, our frontline workers who have been there for this hospital and the community at large. So by doing this event with DENOSA of commemorating their lives, because it's Nurses Day, that we were supposed to do it, but because of the schedule, we were not able to do it on the same day. We felt that it must happen partnering with DENOSA, and which we really appreciate what DENOSA has done of reminding us that we need to commemorate their lives. They are still part of us. Their spirit is still around this hospital, and we are praying for their families to be strong. That's why we have not even divorced ourselves from the families in whatever we're doing as the hospital.
And when we talk about that, MEC, this also speaks to the importance of ensuring that you have enough staff, that your staff members are also taken care of. What sort of things have you looked at in ensuring that the hospital is functional so that they never have to go through what they went through?
We had to make sure that we communicate with our colleagues and explain the situation where we are, because we had to open those wards, remember, because some of them were closed, so that there can be productivity in the hospital life, because the life that we are taking care of, they need us on a daily basis. Then we capacitated the hospital. It was part of our priorities to make sure that there is some enough staff personnel now to replace those colleagues that left us. But we still look into them and work very closely with them. You can see even HODs here, the HR is always working very closely with the Tambo Memorial Hospital, because we don't want them to lose hope on us, and believe that if our colleagues were here, we should perform. I'm sure you have seen even in the results that we are still one of the best performing hospitals in the province, and we are assisting them, we are babysitting them to go through this trauma, because that thing was very traumatic.
And when you speak to families at this point, where are they?
The families are happy because there is a team that is always visit them with the chaplaincy. And even in the hospital, we always make sure that all of them, there is still constant communication. Remember, some of them left their children. So that's why we work very closely with the counselors and the Department of Social Development. We never dismantled the team that worked with them from day one. That's why even when we were commemorating them in January, they were here, the family was here. So there are people that we have assigned that they must take that full responsibility until they become stronger.
And what can we then expect going forward?
I think going forward to expect that, let's make sure that, because that one, it was not our own making, but we are strengthening our OHS teams. I'm sure you have seen even yesterday, I was launching some OHS building in Kopano, because we are insisting that all hospitals must have those OHS offices, so that the staff, we can take care of our staff, we can counsel them, we can protect them. They must know that we value the work that they are doing, as we have been doing here. Hence, even here now, we had that office that is responsible for the welfare and wellness of our staff.
Thank you very much, MEC. That's the MEC of Health speaking to us. Of course, she is going to spend that time with the nurses and just ensure that the this hospital remains in the position where they understand that they're still supported. But of course, we will continue speaking to the nurses that are here today who will be remembering their friends.
Thank you very much, Nqobile. A touching ceremony there, and she'll bring us the highlights of how that event unfolded a little bit later on.